Yo, what is going on, guys? Already back with another T3 video. Today, I'm going to be going over my Super Season 1 support tier list. This is the last video of my tiny tier list series, so definitely go check out the other ones if you haven't. I've covered the vanguards, the damage, and the flankers, so this will be the final video to wrap it all up. I will be doing a tier list like this every single season, so stay tuned for that, and also let me know in the comments if you guys like how I broke this up and kind of did this little series. But let's jump into it, starting off in the D tier with Chemist. Chemist used to be this sort of DPS healer. She could do so many things as far as shooting the ground and healing herself at the same time as dealing out that damage. She was actually a lot of fun a long time ago, but now she just feels very bad. I hate to say it because I used to be a Chemist main, and I used to love playing her and actually dealing that damage and being consistently healed and just doing so much for my team. However, she can no longer heal herself with her main weapon, which really hurt her whole playstyle. The only thing she can really do, and this was a more recent thing, was now she can activate her ultimate on herself as well as her teammates. So that made her slightly better, and that was actually the reason I didn't put her in F tier. I'm gonna be honest, she was going to be in F tier on this video, but they did make that change where she can use her ultimate on herself, and it made her bump up to the D tier. But she still is very bad in the meta right now. I don't see anyone picking Chemist, and if you do see Chemists being picked, then it's really not going to do anything as far as help the team, other than maybe some healing here and there. So Chemist doesn't really have a lot going for her. She does have her anti-heal, which is kind of nice, and you can do some fun things by countering other support heroes with that whole anti-heal capabilities. And she does have a burst healing with her first ability, but they're not very strong. There's just better options, the other four supports being the better options. And unfortunately, she just kind of doesn't really do much for anything currently in the game right now. So she's going to stay in the D tier for now, but she might potentially slip down to the F tier in the future. Moving right along, we actually don't have any heroes in the C tier. I think all of the other supports are actually pretty strong right now. So let's move right along into the B tier with Iris. Now, Iris is actually pretty good right now. She does have the capabilities to connect to the entire team and give everyone that healing. And then on top of that, she can just constantly keep that healing going. She also has her second ability where you can mark an enemy, and that enemy is actually going to take 25% more damage. And it doesn't have a cooldown, so you can just constantly keep marking and, you know, giving that debuff to any enemy who is a threat to your team currently, which is pretty strong because you can actually like target the enemy vanguards and like melt them down super easily if you are coordinating with your team in the comms saying, oh, I have this person marked, let's focus on them. Okay, now let's focus on this other person. So she does have that capability of like single targeting out like an enemy who is the biggest threat at any given situation. Also, her gun was changed going into the 5v5 format. So it used to be a fully automatic weapon, but now it is a single shot. The reason that is actually pretty good is because it deals more damage at a slower fire rate. So it used to just, you know, kind of tickle the enemies, but now it's going to act similar to how Skaty's gun works, where you're doing that single target shot, but it is going to be dealing more damage. So she can actually get some pretty decent kills. And then, of course, her ultimate is pretty strong as well. Keeping everyone alive in sort of that like vicinity of her ultimate is really good. Her little bot shoots out that little healing field, and you guys can survive on a point or even on a cart. So she is pretty niche, but she's pretty viable in the meta, and she's actually pretty strong for a B tier support. Jumping up into the A tier, we do have Sindri. Now, you guys all know Sindri has been everywhere in the game. She could even potentially be an S tier hero, but recently she was nerfed to an extent. They brought down the high end of her damage whenever she does her burst fire with her normal weapon. And so it does make her not necessarily as strong as she once was. She doesn't deal nearly as much damage. But the fact is, she does that passive healing, which is really strong. You can basically be in the middle of a fight and not really have to worry about like targeting anyone to heal them. She's just going to passively heal everyone in her little radius of her circle. And she has her bot, which is basically like a sixth player. And that bot also has one of those little radius where it can heal. So you can have that bot in a specific spot in the map, and your teammates can run back to it and heal off of it, as well as heal off of you. Her healing and her bot's healing do not stack, so that is something to keep in mind. Her healing will take over the bot if you're in the vicinity of your bot, so just keep that in mind. But she also has a pretty strong ultimate that, one, deters people off points, or two, you're going to secure either a kill or two, so her just potential to kill people as well as heal is just very strong. She is that like DPS support role, so that's really good. She is definitely prominent in the meta right now and a very, very strong pick. The other A tier support hero is Neon. Neon is the newest hero to the game with Super Season 1, and she is so much fun to play, and you can actually do some really awesome plays with her. She does have her teleport capabilities, which allows you to teleport to a teammate within a certain vicinity and immediately start healing those people, whoever you teleport to. So that's really fun for like dive comps. You can kind of jump to like a fade, or you can jump to a mark, or even like a Johnny Jet jumping on point or something like that. She just gets in the fight and she just kind of single targets someone out to give them like the maximum potential of healing. You basically, it's called pocketing. You can basically just pocket someone on the point, and it is pretty strong. Her passive also gives her a speed boost whenever she is either connected to herself or to another ally. So that is really cool. The whole like speed factor. She's going to be constantly jumping around and just kind of providing that support to a single target. I feel like she is the best when you also pair her with another support. That way you can single target, say, your Vanguard, and then your other support, be it, you know, Sindri or someone else, can kind of heal the other teammates. That way you're constantly healing, and you can kind of split the healing up into two different sections on the map. So that is really good. And then, of course, her ultimate does have that sort of immunity factor where whoever you're connected to, when you activate your ultimate, you both become basically invincible. So that is really good to kind of counter other ultimates that are coming in that are going to potentially kill you, or even kill your Vanguard, or kill whatever teammate you're connected to. And so that is just really strong in and of itself. You can also use it to kind of counter a Gatlin. It is only going to counter for you and for one other teammate, whoever you're connected to, but that could potentially sway things into your favor, and you could actually end up getting a kill on the Gatlin, or at least your teammate could, because you can't shoot while you're in your ultimate. So that's really good. It kind of allows you to kind of push and do a couple of different like cool plays with her ultimate. So she is very strong. I don't think she's necessarily overpowered or even S tier, but she is definitely strong and very fitting of the A tier spot. But of course, it is a tier list, so we do have to have an S tier, and I don't think this is a surprise to anyone. It is Labula. Labula is crazy strong right now. He has become my go-to support pick in every single game type there is. I play him so often, and he is just such a fun hero. The ability to deal damage, but also deal healing, if that makes sense. You basically shoot the enemies to deal damage, or you shoot your allies to heal them. It is so strong. You're constantly going in the fight. You're constantly shooting back and forth between everyone. And if that is your playstyle, then this is the perfect support pick for you. He does also have his immortality field, which is so incredibly strong. You can counter ultimates just with an ability. That is crazy good. And I feel like he's going to be even stronger when we do end up getting those second ultimates in the game, because his second ultimate is very good to counter pretty much everything in the game. So Labula on top for sure. S tier 100%. His ultimate is really good, being able to dish out not only a ton of extra damage, but you can also dish out a ton of extra healing with him, because his little decoy also heals whoever you're shooting. So you can pop it into a fight and just constantly heal someone very, very fast. So he has the burst healing. He has the healing just in and of himself with his normal weapon. He has an immortality field, which is super strong. And he's just so much fun to play. He's very, very good. S tier 100%. You see him in every single game, if not most games. And he is just so strong right now. The best healer in T3 Arena by far goes to Labula. All right, guys, so that is my tier list for all of the supports in Super Season 1. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Did I get it right, or did I get it a little off? I think Chemist might actually be able to be bumped down to F. She just doesn't really do much for anything right now, but I feel like it's a pretty solid list. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Also, stay tuned for later on today. We will be getting a new Lucky Draw skin for Judix, so I will be jumping into some games checking out the new skin, all of the animations and everything, and playing with it and kind of just seeing what it feels like. So, but I will catch you guys later. Thank you guys so much for watching. Drop a like on the video for this really fun series. I hope you guys enjoyed all 4 of the episodes of all the tier lists. Like I said, I will be doing this every single season. So I'll catch you guys later. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, peace out, guys.